Peace to everybody. This is about HBO call for Leaving Neverland case to be dismissed. And as you can see here, here's Michael Jackson in the picture. May you rest in peace. And of course, his birthday is this month, next week on the 29th. HBO has called for Michael Jackson's $100 million lawsuit against Leaving Neverland to be dismissed. So HBO is calling for the lawsuit against Leaving Neverland to be dismissed because they know what they did wrong and they knew it was a one-sided show between Wade Robson and James Safechuck, who have literally and lied on him. Wade Robson and James Safechuck, they were not telling the truth. They lied and lied and lied. And I really do believe those two should be thrown in jail. The Dan Reed directed documentary, which divided viewers upon its UK airing earlier this year, focuses on testimony by Wade Robson, 36, and James Safechuck, 41, who both claimed that Jackson sexually abused them when they were children. In the wake of the film being shown, Jackson's songs were subsequently banned on numerous radio stations around the world. So Dan Reed was the director of the documentary, and it caused a lot of divided viewers upon its UK airing earlier this year. And of course, everything was about Wade Robson, who was 36, and James Safechuck, who was 41. They both claimed that Jackson had sexually abused them. That's not true. That was a lie. It never, ever happened. There were no police reports, no documentary saying that Michael Jackson did this and did that. They both lied to the core. It was in the wake of the film being shown, Jackson's songs, and of course numerous radio stations around the world, they have banned his music, and it's just sad that this had to go and ban his music. Ahead of the film's premiere in March, Jackson's estate sued the HBO network while protesting the late star's innocence. The plaintiff alleges that Leaving Neverland constitutes a breach of a non-disparagement clause in an agreement that is 27 years old. It said that the deal provided the network with rights to air a Michael Jackson live show around the time of his 1991 album Dangerous. So around that time, Dangerous was in 1991. Ahead of the film's premiere in March, Jackson's estate sued the HBO network while protesting the late star's innocence. And of course, the Jackson's estate, they knew the whole truth that Michael Jackson never touched Wade Robson or James Safechuck. Wade Robson in 2005 told the truth that Michael Jackson never touched him, but then as soon as Michael Jackson had passed away, that's when the lies came out and said, oh, Michael did this and Michael did that. That was a lie. It never, ever happened. It was all a lie. It was staged. It was about the money. It was about everything what those two had done. And as you can see here, the Leaving Neverland picture of Michael Jackson with his hand on, I do believe this is Wade Robson when he was a little boy. But there was nothing going on at all. This is just innocent. Michael Jackson has his hand on Wade Robson. That's all it was. It was nothing further. After a federal judge rejected a motion from Jackson's estate to throw the case to an arbitrator back in May, HBO has now filed the motion for dismissal. They claim that their documentary is protected under the First Amendment and California Code of Civil Procedure. So now the federal judge had rejected a motion from the Jacksons estate, and of course the Jacksons estate was suing HBO, and now the documentary is protected under the First Amendment. Really? It should have never went that far. It was a total bust. It was a total lie what Wade Robson and James Safechuck have done. They claim that their documentary is protected under the Amendment and California Code of Civil Procedure. What? Come on. It don't even deserve 5 nominees at all. It does not. Excuse me. HBO's distribution of this documentary, which recounts the personal stories of 2 individuals who described in detail how, as young boys, they were sexually abused for years by Michael Jackson, arguably one of the world's most famous public figure, constitutes protected activity under the First Amendment and California Code of Civil Procedure Section 425.16. The motion reads. So, Wade Robson and James Safechuck, they got away with lying. Why couldn't anybody know they were lying? Why did they just let them go ahead and lie? Because they were lying, money grabbers. Key words: lying, money grabbers. That's what it was all about. And of course, they lied and said they were sexually abused for years by Michael Jackson. Not true. Not true at all. They lied and lied and lied on Michael Jackson, and they've been getting away with it way too long. They also said, well, Michael touched me here, and no, that's not true. It never happened. It was all a lie. They did this for the money. The court case's hearing date has been set for September 19th. So they have the court case coming out September 19th. And of course, the Jacksons estate is not going to put up with any of these lies that Wade Robson and James Safechuck have done, because they've been continuously lying. They destroyed his legacy. They tarnished his names. Everything else that they have done. And it was just a total lie. HBO previously claimed that the decades-old deal cited by Jackson's estate had expired, and therefore does not cover the Leaving Neverland film. The broadcasters hit out at legal action set in motion by Jackson's estate, claiming it was a transparent effort to bolster their public campaign against the documentary. So they had some kind of thing that expired, some kind of document or whatever that expired, and therefore does not cover the Leaving Neverland film. So, and of course, the broadcasters hit out at legal action set in motion by Jackson's estate, claiming it was a transparent effort to bolster their public's campaign against the documentary. Now, HBO is not reliable, is not exactly the type of premium television station to deal with, because they were being sued by the Jackson estate, and now HBO wants to dismiss this case. Really? I wouldn't even dismiss it. But if this is what they're going to be lying about and take Wade Robson and James Safechuck's words for what they have done, then they're just as stupid as they are. Michael Jackson denied any wrongdoing before his death in 2009. Meanwhile, a new counter-documentary called Chase the Truth has been released. In defense of Jackson, elsewhere, singer Sheryl Crow has recalled witnessing really strange things during her time working as a backing singer for the lead star in the 1980s. Now, what kind of strange things would Sheryl Crow have? Huh? This is what I like to know. What did she allegedly see that were strange things? There was nothing strange about Michael. And of course, he was denied any wrongdoing before his death in 2009. Michael Jackson never, ever touched a child. And when that new documentary came out, Chase the Truth, everybody had to tell the truth there that Michael Jackson has never, ever touched Wade Robson or James Safechuck. They had lied continuously on because they wanted money. And of course, Michael Jackson is not the type of person to be doing anything wrong to a child. He helps them when they're sick. He gives them love. He gives them anything that they want, but sexually abusing them is not part of his agenda because he never even thought about it. And of course, with Wade Robson and James Safechuck, those two do need to go to jail. They do belong in prison for a long time. They do need to be in court, and they do need to be called out for their shenanigans with the lies that Wade Robson and James Safechuck has done to Michael's legacy and everything. And eventually somebody is going to call them out and say, look, you've been lying on Michael Jackson for this long. Now it's time that we're going to get you. And that's what Wade Robson and James Safechuck need to be called out big time for their lies that they have done. Leave your comments below. I am out.